Hello, friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for movie and TV news and pulp culture discussion. So first up, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 is actually currently filming.
Ooh, I love
that. I
that.
knew this was a thing, but okay. So it's currently shooting in Greece with original star Nia Vardalos, and she's also directing this version. So that will be cool, something to look forward to. I do like that they actually shoot it in Greece. I think that's awesome to lend some.
Oh, I know.
They're not trying to be on a sound stage trying to pretend we're somewhere where we're not. So I think that's cool.
Well, you know what's great about this show, is, especially the first one, is I went to see it with some Greek friends of mine. Uh-huh. And they felt like they were looking at their house because the house they grew up in, because, you know, all the couches were covered with plastic and, you know, all the statues, and it was just so funny because it was so their life. And
it was like real authentic.
Oh, yeah, very authentic. It was awesome. Great show.
Netflix has renewed Selling Sunset for 2 more seasons. Wow.
Woo!
So I guess it's one of their number one shows that they got going on. So
Seriously.
That's cool. I do enjoy it, so that's I'll still watch it. Gina Rodriguez and also Zachary Levi will next star in a reboot of Spy Kids. As they say, it feels like everything old comes back around again. It's like I did enjoy the original Spy Kids, and I believe, it was Antonio Banderas and Gina. Oh, shoot, I forgot her name.
Gina Lola.
No. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Carla. Not Gina. It was Carla Zuniga or something like that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I can't remember the original parents' names, but I think this is awesome. I do like Zachary Levi. I've only seen Gina Rodriguez in that Miss Bala movie, but, she was good in that, so I'm looking forward to that. HBO Max is doing a series called The Girls on the Bus, which is based on the memoir about Hillary Clinton's campaign trail. So it's basically focusing on the girls that were assisting, I guess, on the campaign trail. But Melissa Benoist, who just recently started Supergirl on the CW, will star as a journalist covering it. So I didn't realize there was a memoir out about that, but I'm not up on those things, so why would I know about that? But
Right.
But all right. Cameron Diaz is coming out of retirement to star alongside Jamie Foxx in the movie Back in Action on Netflix.
Huh.
As some or may not know, maybe you just thought she was doing whatever she was doing, but she actually had officially retired.
She did?
Because she really didn't want to act anymore. She got married, they had a baby, her and her husband, and it was like she just didn't want to do it anymore. So all of a sudden now she's gonna try it. Well, apparently Jamie Foxx and Tom Brady, we have to thank for that top.
Tom Brady.
Right? Apparently he's going to be a producer on this movie.
Well, Back in Action. There you go.
Exactly. That's a perfect name for it. So
is it about?
We don't know what it's about yet, though.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see.
With Tom Brady, you would think it would be maybe a football star or something. And Jamie Foxx is. I don't know. I can see him playing something like that.
He's played football, people, so
yeah.
Maybe. Like I said, he's just, Tom's just a producer, so maybe it's just, I don't know. This is apparently is Tom's second act. That's what he wants to do, is just produce movies. Now that if he's not going to play anymore.
Well, I think he's still going to play, but
for now. But at least he has a backup plan.
Yeah.
When
all right. Well, good
done.
for you, Tom.
And then finally, Hugh Grant is to play Zeus in this movie called Chaos for Netflix. It will also star Janet McTeer and David Thewley. I can't even say his name. Anyway, he played Professor in the Harry Potter movies. The one that could change into a vampire. What was that? Or not a vampire, the werewolf.
Oh, that was Professor.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, if you know what we're talking about, that's the Professor that could change. Anyway, and then Aurora Perrineau. So this sounds good. It's just about Greek mythology. Not much else is known, but I do enjoy Hugh Grant usually in everything. As I think I talked about, I'd seen that movie The Gentleman a couple weeks back, he was pleasantly really good in that. I hadn't seen him in a while, and it was really good in that. So So for movies and TV shows out this week, we first have Minions: The Rise of Gru.
So good.
It really does look funny, and I'm just not someone who's into those movies, but it does look funny. So this is in theaters with the voices of Steve Carell, Russell Brand, and Julie Andrews, of all people. So in the 1970s, young Gru tries to join a group of supervillains called the Vicious Six after they oust their leader, the legendary fighter Wild Knuckles. When the interview turns disastrous, Gru and his minions go on the run with the Vicious Six hot on their tails. Luckily, he finds an unlikely source for guidance, Wild Knuckles himself, and soon discovers that even bad guys need a little help from their friends. Anyway, like we said, it does look cute, so
Yes.
I would see it, but I mean, once it gets on streaming, I'm not going to go to the theater.
Well,
I'm not that dedicated.
Right, exactly. Uh-huh.
Something about that.
I know.
Then we have
do wanna see
Beauty.
it.
Yeah, we have Beauty. This is a movie on Netflix, and this stars Gracie Marie Bradley, Niecy Nash, Giancarlo Esposito, who, by the way, I'm just loving on The Boys on Amazon, and Sharon Stone, who we haven't seen in a while either. So this is an 80s music drama about a gifted young black woman who struggles to maintain her voice and identity after she's offered a lucrative recording contract. If you guys see the trailer on this, I feel like this honestly directly resembles early Whitney Houston. She looks like Whitney Houston did in the 80s. The whole plot seems like it's about kind of like how it happened for her, minus having already a famous mother. But I was like, what? I feel like honestly, whoever wrote this, it seemed like it's honestly
based on her life?
her early life.
Ah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but we'll see. There's still a movie coming out about Whitney Houston called "I Want to Dance with Somebody," but it's not out till like December. But that, to me, when I saw this, I was like, that's what this reminds me of. But we'll see. Then, of course, our favorite Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2,
Yay!
also on Netflix, comes out tomorrow. So that will be what I will be all about on Friday, people, because I have that day off. And along with my laundry, I'm going to watch this.
That's right. You can.
Yes, sure can. I'm so excited. Then we have The Terminal List. This is a new series on Amazon and stars Chris Pratt, Taylor Kitsch, and Constance Wu. So James Reese returns home after his entire platoon of Navy SEALs is ambushed, only to discover new dark forces working against him and endangering the ones he loves. This looks interesting. I do like most of the action stuff. I mean, I did like the Jack Reacher series.
Yeah, I did too.
And also the what was the one that?
Are you talking the one with Tom Cruise?
I like the movies, but the series.
Oh, the series. That was good.
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah, so they're pretty good at action. I like that.
I agree.
And Chris Pratt is good at action. I guess this is based on a book, which I've heard good things about the book, so I'll probably check this out. Then we have Only Murders in the Building Season 2 on Hulu, which stars Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez returning. So for Season 2, Oliver, Charles, and Mabel have been implicated in yet another murder and are forced to figure out who really did it.
Have you started watching this? Or no, I guess it's out this week.
It actually came out Wednesday, but I'd forgotten it came out Wednesday, so no,
Oh.
I have not started. So that'll be another, something else I can watch over the weekend.
Oh, it's a long weekend, so that's good.
That's true. Then we have this movie called The Princess on Hulu and stars Joey King and Dominic Cooper. So when a strong-willed princess refuses to wed a cruel sociopath, she is kidnapped and locked in a remote tower. With her scorned vindictive suitor intent on taking her father's throne, the princess must protect her family and save the kingdom. I have to say the title I get she is a princess. When I saw the little trailer, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like Kill Bill style.
Yeah?
She's like a princess, but that's how she fights.
Are you
I was
kidding?
like,
Does
yeah.
she use her hair?
Not that I saw in the trailer, but
Okay.
you just never know. So she's like kicking butt and, taking no names as she's tries to, get out of the situation that she's in. So it actually does look interesting.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see. I do like Joy King. She's in those dumb movies on Netflix called The Kissing Booth. But she also, you got to remember, she also played that victim of her mom's, Munchausen syndrome on Hulu. It was that movie. It was, where she was being drugged. Her mom was drugging her. Yes, there we go. The Act. She also played in that. So she's a good actress. So maybe I'll check that out. We'll see. What we've been watching this week. So for me, it's probably been about 2 weeks it took me to get through season 5, but I just wanted to wait and talk about it till I was done. So Animal Kingdom season 5 on Amazon. This normally, just so you know, airs on TNT. I don't have cable, so I have to wait till the season's over to watch it on Amazon anyway. So I can't watch the current season 6 that's airing, which is the final season. I'll have to say season 5, not the best for me. It really dragged in the beginning, so that's probably another reason it took me a while to get through it. It kind of dragged in the beginning. Spoiler alert, it's just that when they killed off Ellen Barkin's mother/grandmother character, it was like, it kind of, I don't know, it was like they didn't know what to do because she wasn't there, kind of. But they caught their footing midway. So the Cody boys, are still finding their way, but they got it back on track. They started thieving again to get some money because they were running low. It's just really interesting to watch this family dynamic of these thieves and how crazy they are in their lives. So if you've seen the first 4 seasons, I still recommend continuing because, you will be lost if you don't.
So I haven't seen one of these. Mm-hmm. Does it have animals in it? Real animals? Okay, good.
No, I think they refer to it as Animal Kingdom because, that's...
Because it's so crazy.
Because they act like just wild animals sometimes. They have no rules. It's they act like basically rules don't apply to them, and that's how their mother raised them, unfortunately.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's a lot of that going on.
Right? And so for season 5, I'd probably just rate it like a 3 wine corker in the middle, but like I said, only because it didn't start out the best, but at least by mid to the end, it threw out. So I'm excited to see how it ends. I'll have to wait a bit because season 6 only started like 2 weeks ago. So, but they've been pumping out, from what I've read, like 2 episodes each week instead of just 1, which I think is odd. But being for a TNT show, but
that is odd,
right? So it'll be done before you know it, and I'll be able to watch it on Amazon. So I'll let you know.
Okay.
And then the other thing I watched, of course, was season 3 of The Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
Yay!
Love. This actually was so much better than season 2, I have to say. They handled Elliot Page's transition very well in it. So he went from Vanya to Victor, and it was just, I don't know, it was just so cool. It was just kind of like, he discussed it, the siblings were cool, and it was just smooth. It's like, he said how he felt, he got the haircut, they were so cool about it, and it just was after that. It was like, seriously, like 30 minutes of the episode, it was all that was like dedicated to that. So,
that's good.
Yeah, it was really well done. The storyline was awesome. Basically, the Umbrella Academy, they're dropped back in their own time after being stuck in the 60s in season 2, but because they changed the timeline somewhat in the 60s, now they have this other academy that's in its place called the Sparrow Academy because their dad never adopted them. He adopted these other children. And so it's quite entertaining. I like it. Klaus is my favorite character still. He's just really zany and hippie. He reminds me of Jim. You guys don't know who that is, but I'm just saying. He just reminds me of Jim.
Jim. Okay.
Jim from that one store.
Jim.
So anyway, I did find it really entertaining. I hope they renew it for season 4. They have not said yet. But it ended in such a way it would be okay if they didn't renew it, but you could still see where the story could go. If they would give it one final season to clear it up, I think it would be awesome. So this, I'd give a 4 wine corker. It was pretty good.
Awesome. Okay. I do want to start watching. I haven't watched it at all. Shocker, but... So for me, I started watching Prehistoric Planet.
Okay.
And David Attenborough is, he's the one who narrates it, and oh my gosh, have you listened to David Attenborough? He does a lot of these documentaries, and the guy just has this amazing voice. And
is he related to Richard? Just asking. I wonder.
Richard Attenborough? I don't know.
Okay, just curious because to me it's not
question.
A well-known last name, so I just wonder if maybe they were related.
Well, if you're into documentaries, you know who he is.
Okay.
And he just does so many, especially like even National Geographic documentaries, and so. But it goes through the different periods and different types of dinosaurs for each, like Cretaceous and all the different periods. Also, and it goes from it looks at dinosaurs on land. It looks at dinosaurs of the sea, and and it's just so great. And I think it was 4 or 5 episodes, but I really, really enjoyed it. So
and what was that on?
It's on Apple, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I definitely would, if that's something up your alley, definitely take a look at that. It's done very well. And then I started Westworld. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, still in the first season. I was so confused, and per usual, I had to ask Rhonda to tell me what's happening because I was so confused. It hasn't grabbed me yet, but everyone thinks it's such a great series that I am trying to stick with it. I really am. So maybe since you filled me in on it, on why I'm so, confused. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to keep watching it. So
Good.
thank you.
Okay.
And then I had like a Ray Liotta moment, and I just wanted to watch some of his shows. Like I am a huge fan of Ray Liotta, and I watched a movie from 2015 on Flex. I don't know if anybody has that, but it's called Go With Me, and it's got Anthony. Sir Anthony.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, love him. Him and Ray Liotta plays the bad guy, of course, and then what's her name? Oh my gosh, I am just losing my mind here. And she was in Dance with Me.
Vanessa.
No.
Oh.
Man. Oh man. Well, anyway, yeah, her. So she was just like she's a young woman who returns to her hometown in the Pacific Northwest and finds herself harassed and stalked by a former cop turned crime lord. She recruits an ex-logger and his sidekick to help take a stand against her stalker. And so of course Ray Liotta is the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
And so.
Oh, Julia Stiles.
Why could I
she wasn't
not
in Dance
remember?
with Me, though. She was in Save the Last Dance.
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I knew it was a dance show. Anyway, so she, so she goes back, and of course he's the bad guy, and then you have like Anthony Hopkins and this other guy. I don't know his name. I've never seen him in anything. But he plays his sidekick, and he was really, he was good. Alexander Ludwig.
Oh, okay.
So just so you know who he is.
Yeah, he's in a current show with, I forgot his name. Anyway, it's called Heels on Stars. What's a wrestling show?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, but he plays his sidekick. When you look at the three of them going up against Ray Liotta, the bad guy, it's like you're not going to win. No. So it's just really intriguing because, I was very intrigued by it. It was good. It was only like an hour and a half. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't have Plex, I think, as I said before, so I won't be watching it, but it does sound good.
Yeah. It's good. And you could probably get it on Amazon or something. I mean, it's 2015, so it's probably $2.99. But, I would definitely
What's
check
it called
that one out.
again?
It's called Go With Me.
Go With Me. Okay.
Yep. So,
Check it out. Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. So, for some reason this week, it was creeptastic overall. But first up,
It is. Isn't that crazy?
we have this movie called Barbarian. This will be out August 31st and stars our favorite clown, Bill Skarsgård from It, as well as Georgina Campbell. Now, this looks, as I said, really freaky.
Very barbaric.
There you go. Very freaky. I mean, Georgina's character walks up to an Airbnb. She thinks and someone's already in there. She, cautiously agrees to stay the night, and that, of course, that's when the weirdness starts.
Yes.
So it's like someone's being held in a basement. Maybe the basement runs throughout the town. It looked like she said she just kept going and going. So I'm like, where are you going anyway?
And I couldn't decide if the guy who invites her to stay, who seems
is part of it or not. Yeah.
So I guess that's probably the mystery.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna guess he is probably harmless, and unfortunately he just got stuck there too. Someone did that on purpose, put two people in this Airbnb to hurt both of them. But yeah, it looks very creepy. I don't think I would watch it unless it came on streaming. Maybe.
Yes, same here.
Someone else
because it's out in theaters. So
yeah. Show would have to watch it first.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks interesting. Another one I actually would see because I'm into vampires. As we know. So it's called The Invitation. It is out August 26th and stars Natalie Emmanuel, who I want to say, wasn't her character on Game of Thrones Misandry? Right? She's
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting people's names left and right. Anyway, she was, dragon ladies. She's not really dragon lady.
Yes, yep.
Her right hand.
Yes.
Anyway, I think it was Misandry.
Yep,
Anyway.
it was. Yep.
And then Thomas Daugherty, who, can I just say, he's actually a character I love on the new Gossip Girl, but when I saw him in this, I was like, you are cute. Like, I don't think he's cute on Gossip Girl. Maybe that's why he's trying to play young, because the man is like 28 years old, but he's playing a teenager on Gossip Girl, and so it kind of threw, I was like, what the, anyway. Cuteness over. They're both really beautiful.
Cuteness
people.
overload.
They're really both really pretty.
She really is. I mean,
right? You forget, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so
I know.
pretty.
When she was in Game of Thrones, I was just like, oh my gosh, she just really is so beautiful. So, and
she was
and
also
so,
in the last Fast and Furious. Just if you guys ever watched number 9,
was
where they
she?
go into space, she is in that one. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news.
Right.
Yeah, it's so funny when I saw her in this. I was like, is that her from Game of Thrones? And it's
Yeah.
So.
So this looks, like I said, I'm for it because it looks really good. I mean, it does give away, I feel like, the whole plot in the trailer. So I'll just say, I mean, it's about Natalie's character. She takes a DNA test, sends it in to connect with family because her mom has passed away. Ends up that she has a family based out of England, a cousin and so he asked her to come to a wedding so she can meet the rest of the family. And she gets there, meets Thomas's character, who's a friend of the family, as she's told, and it ends up he's like the groom, and then she's pulled into being the bride.
The bride. She's like,
she's
well,
like,
I still haven't
happening?
seen the bride and groom yet.
What's happening here? And as soon as in the trailer at one point when a lady goes to like suck the blood off the hand, I'm like, oh hell, this is a vampire movie.
Yep.
I knew exactly where this was going.
Exactly. That's when it got me too. So
yeah, so it looks good. It looks like it will be.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I'll
we'll have to go to that together.
Yeah.
That'd be actually one I'd be willing to see in the theater.
Yep.
So
okay, let's do it.
And then finally we see How They Run. This looks like a quirky detective story, but it will be out September 30th and stars Saoirse Ronan and Sam Rockwell.
How
as
do you
well as
say
Adrian
that name?
Brody. It's Saoirse.
Saoirse.
She is Irish in her life.
Oh.
Now, she was the original Hannah. I think we've talked about Hannah so many times.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the original movie Hannah, that's where she made her debut as a youngin', and now she's this full grown adult. So
Interesting.
crazy. Anyway, so this looks like a quirky detective set like I think maybe in the 40s or 50s. And so it's a whodunit.
Yeah.
And it's just a whodunit. Her and Sam play detectives trying to figure out who murdered Adrian Brody's character in this movie. So I think it looks cute. I love mysteries and detective mysteries.
Yeah.
And this one has a funny little comedy to it. So
So that's good.
a lot of murders in the building, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm definitely up for seeing that as well. Come September 30th. So 2 out of 3 good options.
Yeah.
Of things coming out soon.
Well, this was not super long today, but we do have a lot of stuff coming up, and there's a lot to watch this weekend, everybody.
Sure
so,
is.
If you don't have any major plans, you're not going out, definitely go to your TV because there's a lot of good stuff out there and a lot of good old stuff. Maybe things we haven't seen before.
That's true.
So anyway, we appreciate you listening, and we had fun, and hope you enjoyed it as well. We will be off next week, enjoying the holiday weekend. But you can always give us a review or comment because it really does help us out and, let us know how we're doing. So please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_Moscato. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys. Happy 4th.